faces a crowd on this Chapter 6 finale.
Scared?
Well, I made sure I did, the full makeup and everything.
I know. You know how nervous I am. Thank you.
It's cool to be back here a year later where you found me.
Right.
So I'm actually probably calmer than usual.
Yeah. We haven't done a public review of this size ever in Paranormal Endeavor's history, so...
A familiar location and an important message.
Have a moment of silence just to remember those that we're encountering. They could be somebody's mom, somebody's dad, somebody's child.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give them another hand.
A member of the audience speaks out with a mouth-dropping revelation.
Within a few days after the event, we actually were contacted by members of the audience.
Michelle says, "My forehead looks bruised. My hubby looks like he has a bullet hole in his head and torn flesh, and his brother got killed in Somalia."
Because it had to be said, and Danny didn't get to that night, so it came through to me.
And then preparation for the years and chapters last case.
This case is the first one that I think you stand alone, put it together, contacted the client, etc. without Mary, so good job.
I am excited tonight. This is my first case for a case manager. She's concerned only because she thinks maybe we should nip it in the bud before it gets too much further. It's just concerning to her that the lights are flickering and nobody's in the room, and the music comes on.
And the common question follow up on that then too is if there hasn't been a whole lot of other variety stuff. Has an electrician or someone also checked out the home and there's no issues found?
No issues found.
Hello.
Hi.
Eric, Paranormal Endeavor.
Hi, Eric. Nice to meet you.
Hi, yeah.
But as we settled in, like, we'll notice weird stuff like light flickerings.
We're about to start the first scientific part. The voice, I messaged him, or voice messaged him yesterday and told him what I was feeling. It had to do with a 17-year-old girl committing suicide. And, oh God, I just got chills.
I know.
What is discovered for this family?
Like something moved.
There's more.
But
On the right side.
And it was about 2:45, and my mirror fell off the half bath, off our bedroom, and broke.
okay, I'm gonna sit right here.
A possible mirror becomes suspect.
You didn't know, but now you get a chance to. What did you tell me the other day? I wish my brother was here so I could hang out with them.
Yes, I did say that.
So talk to him about that.
Is the team's findings comforting?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Does that mean I'm holding on too much?
He doesn't sound like there's no evidence of that night that he wants to go.
And finally, an abrupt, sudden, and emotional change marks the close of another chapter.
A development had occurred.
The West Coast has been calling
Yeah.
for a lot of help out there. They don't have anybody out there.
It's unsettling. And I told him flat out.
You know how we are with gut feelings, the intuitions, things like that? This one's starting to feel like it may end up being a permanent move.
Exit interviews are never a fun part of this job, but they come with the territory. And I know a few are so nervous, on edge about this,
Oh yeah.
this whole thing.
Love you, brother.
Yep, me too.
I really feel sad that he's going. I can't do
Okay.
Scared? Nervous?
Nervous because I want to be in front of people.
Yeah.
I don't like to be in front of people.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Well, I'm glad you could join us, even after you had your flu shot.
well, yeah. And then I'm moving, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna let you have it. I made sure I did, the full makeup and everything just to be on camera or be on stage tonight.
It's cool to be back here a year later where you found me.
As almost a little over as much.
Yeah, a little over a year. And but yeah, so this is cool now to get to go on stage.
I'm the newbie, so I'm just sitting here kind of watching.
You a little nervous? Are you good? You're actually probably.
I'm actually real.
Yeah. Probably in the zone. I mean, you're gonna be on stage. I mean,
Pretty much. It's different than when I have to do the stage.
Right.
So I'm actually probably calmer than usual.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Glad
No,
you
I'm
could
having
join
fun and enjoying myself.
I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. Got a good group, so. And Danny Lynn's fantabulous. It'll work out just fine.
I was just gonna go change my shirt before I get too nervous.
Yeah.
People are coming in and I'm gonna go and then freeze up and then not be able to do my show. I know. You know what? How nervous I am. Thank you.
So we're ready. Just kind of waiting for our time. Doing a public reveal. We haven't done a public reveal of this size ever in Paranormal Endeavors history. So it'll be kind of nice. And it's about the location that we're having it at. So it'll be really nice to see kind of the reaction. And hopefully it'll be, hopefully we'll get maybe some other respectable teams that might want to experience some of that friendly activity themselves as well. We'll see here. What becomes, but the place is really, really good. I definitely encourage, if it is opened up for other visits or other teams, that they work that out with the owners properly through the official channels, and hopefully they can have some nice experiences and be more experiences to talk about in the future. You two, you're part of the extended family.
I'm like the auntie. You're the auntie.
I'm the mom, you're the auntie.
There you go.
I'm the newbie.
I'm the crazy aunt.
The dirty crazy.
The dirty crazy aunt.
So the public event went really well. We were glad to see Danny Lynn again.
All right, we're going to kind of get going here, and we're very pleased with the results. But we do hope you enjoy. This is kind of an add-on to the show, so we'd like first, we're going to bring up the lights on the stage, and we're going to invite Eric Klein, who is the leader and the founder of the Paranormal Endeavors. And we're going to invite Eric out on the stage and see if we can find out a little bit more about what they found out. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Eric Klein. Push and hold it until the light comes on.
Lights on. So, I'm Eric Klein, team lead Paranormal Endeavors, a Central Iowa-based group that does investigations using spiritual and scientific method. And I have some of my team, not all over here, but we have evidence analyst Jared Osborne right here. We have case manager Mary Moore and assistant case manager Crystal Farnsworth, and they're both going to be on the front line. So what we do, we make the initial contact with the client that might want us to come in. They're usually, one of them are first to talk to them usually. And then we have Sadana, and then we have David. So that's a little bit about us. Now about this place, Secret is amazing. And we're so glad and fortunate that we got a chance to investigate it. It was March of 2016, and the spirits were very warming to us, and kind of checking us out as we were checking them out, kind of getting that trust vibe thing going on there.
Phantom spells, we got, shadow people. I mean, it was just, wasn't anything But, you know, for us, you know, it was like every day, but it was pretty cool.
And a year ago, I come back again to her show, and lo and behold, here's a guy that I remember from MySpace days.
MySpace.
And I was running a radio station at the time, promoting paranormal events and roller derby and stuff like that. And I recognized the name, so we got to talking, and they ended up interviewing me for the series that he does with Paranormal Endeavors.
Savannah and Crystal, they joined pretty much together around the same time within the last month or so. And so to them, well, like to you, you're used to it because she does band stuff on the side, so she's kind of used to being in the audience. She's probably in her element right now.
Right.
So,
oh, with meeting you guys about a month ago, they had actually come up to Perry and was giving a talk and showing some of the evidence and things that they've done, kind of similar to this. And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm just like, yeah, I understand these people. I get it. I know what they're doing. And the opportunity to play with the equipment, like geek out on the toys. I was really into that. So like as soon as they were done with the talk, just like this, when I walked straight up to Eric, I was like, okay, how do I join the team? And so it's, I'm official. I got my T-shirt tonight.
So yeah, she's been very nice so far. She completed her shadow case. It was kind of a vetting process, not just anybody. And we actually had a slot open at that time, so it worked. It really worked. So, and then you might not be used to being in front of people. I don't know, but it's been nice to have people on. Mary could definitely use the assistance. So case management is definitely one of those things that it's important.
Jumped at the chance to help here as much as I could because this is my atmosphere. I'm the grandma of the group because I'm 65. So I've been involved in this for a long, long time, only on my own. I've been a protective mama. I have 2 children that are very active in the paranormal stuff. And I've always been there to deviate the evil part of it. We would walk into places and immediately they'd latch on Jay. And I'd have to stand and say, no, not today. Not today.
And that's Jarrett. That's Jarrett, by the way.
I call him Jay, sorry. I'm not. He's my son. And then I have a daughter, and then I have 2 grandchildren. They're out here in the audience somewhere. And they're all involved in this kind of stuff. I don't hide it from them. I think that this is normal. It's healthy if you do it healthy.
You know, my thing is more educational driven, and so that's why we do what we do. Because I know probably everyone on the stage here would be okay if we didn't do the production video side of it. They'd be okay if not being on camera and having everything from burps and farts and everything on camera. But we do what we do. I didn't out anybody in particular, Mary.
You always accuse me of it, but it's never me. It's not.
I think that with the commercialization and how big, even since I started Paranormal Endeavors back in 2010, how the field has gone. Not all of it in the best direction, not all of it in a good way. Money and dollar signs have stepped up too to take the place of what really matters, and that's unfortunate. But why we're all there too is we're trying to understand and research what's going on and if there's spirits, or if they are spirits, depending on what you believe, whatever they're called, is if they have messages for us. And we're trying to help the living just as much as the cross or the deceased or whatever you refer to them as. But narrowing it down and simplifying it, that's just, I want to take this kind of a moment of silence to remember those that we're encountering, usually they can be somebody's mom, somebody's dad, somebody's child. So just take a moment of silence, just kind of think about that, and just kind of remember really what it is that we encounter. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give them another hand. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, we are going going to be moving on with the show here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Danny Lynn. I can't see. Hello, how are you? I like to get a look and say hi. So I am Danny Lynn. I'm a psychic medium. I am 41 years old, and I grew up here in Iowa. And I lived in Iowa City for 11 years and grew up in a smaller town called Owine when I was going through high school and all that fun stuff. And recently moved to Arizona, which is really nice because I have palm trees in my backyard. It's like, you can't beat that. So I'm going to basically just talk about what I do, how I do it, how I get my information. I will do some questions, take some questions and help answer questions, and then we'll probably take a little break and then we'll get right into reading, okay?
Within a few days after the event, we actually were contacted by members of the audience. They had an experience that was memorable, and they wanted to share it with us.
Michelle says, "So I'm going to send you a pic I took of my hubby and I from tonight, right before you all took the stage. I'm not sure what spirits we had hovering on us, but in the pic it appears I have a giant bruise on my nostril and a white something to the far of my cheek, plus my forehead looks bruised. My hubby looks like he has a bullet hole in his head and torn flesh on his nose and mouth, not to mention he has 2 sets of eyes."
I know Danny knew this too. When she was doing the readings that night, there were so many reaching out to her. She kind of had, because of short of time, she had to pick, ones she could do. In sorting those out, so there was like this line, I guess you could say, a line of energies, loved ones from the other side, however you want to word it, that wanted to speak, wanted their messages to be passed along.
Michelle says, "We have activity at home all the time. We figured it was our brothers. I had 2 die, and his brother got killed in Somalia." Michelle says, "In 1993, he was in a Black Hawk that was shot down, and he was the door gunner. There were 2 survivors, but unfortunately not his brother." Paranormal Endeavors asks, "His body ever recovered?" Michelle says, "No. They have an empty grave. They said with the temperature of the burning fuel, it would have burned everything."
And I think by her reaching out to me, it was something that, because it had to be said, and Danny didn't get to that night, so it came through to me. And what I picked up on it when she was telling me this stuff is I had gotten a definite connection with this family. It was an attachment to her husband.
Michelle says, "This is the flagpole that was put up for Matt in our town of Lucas, Iowa."
We want to thank them for their services. We worked with vets before in the field, and we've had some on our team before, so we definitely appreciate them getting the courage to stand up and let us know that story of theirs, and we wish them the best. Thanks everyone for coming out. This case is the first one that I think you stand alone, put it together, contacted client, etc. without Mary, so good job.
I am excited tonight. This is my first case for a case manager. Paula sounds very exciting. I really am excited to meet her. I just love talking to her on the phone. She's just energy.
All right, so this case is a connection to my past. The client is a friend of mine, Paula. She had contacted me out of the blue, indicating that she had moved and noticed some strange things going on in her new home. So check it out. It's a classic case of moving in a new home, making it your own, and noticing, oh, there's things maybe from the past that are coming up now from that location. So we'll go there and see who or what it is. And she used to go out with us to Farrar all the time back in the day, so she's gone on investigations and stuff. And I guess she's recently moved, is my understanding, and her new house has a history. So I'll let you go into that.
I don't know how much you want me to go into, but the house was bought a year ago, on October 6th. It is a ranch, brick. She thinks that she's not sure, but she thinks there's been 2 other owners when the house was built in 1963 to 65. But the second family lived in it for the rest. I mean, they raised their family, raised the children and stuff like that. So that's who she bought the house from.
So we are going to the south side of Des Moines tonight with the team. This is my very first time I get to work with Crystal and Sadana, which I'm actually super excited because both of them are pretty interesting ladies and very sweet. This is actually my first case back since my best friend passed away back in August, and I kind of closed myself off for a while from everybody, and I'm just now starting to open back up from it. So this is a huge deal for me, my first case back.
Kind of in a shift gears mode here, and yeah, my voice is shot. It happens in the industry. We kind of shift gears a little bit here and last minute cancel due to family emergencies. Had another one waiting in the wing, so it's going to work out nicely that way. I guess she's an old friend of Eric's, so this is kind of helping out in the paranormal families of his past. So,
but I definitely have a name that I'm thinking of, and I have I saw a vision of something that happened to somebody, and I already told Eric what I thought had happened. So I'm just gonna wait and see if it plays out later on tonight and what my vision said.
I haven't had too many premonitions on things, but then again, life's been pretty busy for me in my private practice. So, and again, this is a sudden switch of a case. So
She is saying that she has what she calls a man cave, and evidently music comes on at will. I mean, nobody's in the room and it just comes on. And she said they were in the kitchen and she had some lights flicker, and she didn't think too much of it. And then the microwave was going on and off. And so that has happened throughout the house with the lights flickering. She's concerned only because she thinks maybe we should nip it in the bud before it gets too much further. She said she's not seen anything, or but it's just that it's just concerning to her that the lights are flickering and nobody's in the room and the music comes on.
And the common question to follow up on that then too is if there hasn't been a whole lot of other variety stuff, is an electrician or someone also checked out the home and there's no issues found?
No issues found whatsoever.
Okay, so she has thought of that.
She questioned maybe the weather, but it was a sunny day. I mean, there was no reason.
All right, so super excited about tonight's case. I've been sensing some stuff over the last few days myself. Again, wasn't quite sure whether it was personal stuff going on, if it was related to the case. It didn't quite feel like it was connected to the case, but then finding out that the case had gotten switched, who knows? Maybe it is part of it.
And I kind of questioned this too a little bit, but she said 20 years ago she had a 5-year-old child die, and she was wondering if maybe this child was coming back and telling her that he's here.
Because we went to his grave, Lucas, I think was his name. That's out in Eastern Iowa, but we went there many years ago, and I had passed along some messages at that time. So having a former connection to that We'll see if it's the same. If I feel the same.
Scenario.
Yeah.
Mama's here. Sorry, your Mickeys are covered. I came in hopes that you would talk to me. Hi, Moo. Kathy's here. Were you at Kathy's house playing? Were you at Kathy's house playing chairs? Were you playing train with Kurt? Mommy loves you so very much, and I know that you're with me. Luke, I heard your voice when you told me to buckle my seatbelt. I need to hear it more because I have a tendency to forget now that I live in Bondurant. Remember when you asked me if we'd be a ghost family in heaven? I'll be there someday, baby. And I know you've met your sister, and I know you're with me. And I felt much comfort when you're with me. But you know what? I understand about your rebirthday, and I understand that I'd rather have had you for 5 years than not at all.
That's something at every stop, I think.
That's Luke.
Every stop.
I can hear it again. Does that sound like Luke's voice?
I don't know, I gotta listen. I'm sorry, I think it is. Okay, well, wait, I'll go over. I'll tell you about when you're in. Just listen to me. Kurt, you have to listen to it. He said two. He said something. That's my boy. I swear to God, that's Luke's voice.
That was good. You had something at every stop.
Can you tell me what your name is? Luke Wilkins. Can you tell me what your address is? 514 Hart Lane. Can you tell me what city you live in, Luke? Waterloo. What state? Waterloo, Washington. I think you live in Iowa. Iowa. Can you tell me what your zip code is?
She's excited for us to come. Real excited. I just love talking to her. She's just a ball of fire. She's excited. Oh, we're all excited for you to come.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dust.
Oh, it's a hoot. She really is. Anything else?
That's what I have.
Okay. So, we'll go there, and I would like to do at least a session of scientific, not just going there on full spiritual. So, a reminder to those that have our gifts. You might be picking up stuff. I know it's hard to, but try that first and just kind of mental note it or write it down, whatever you have to do.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Eric, Paranormal Endeavors.
Hi, Derek. Nice to meet you.
Hi, that's Crystal. We talked.
Hi, Crystal. Nice to meet you.
I think so. This is Richard. This is Eric.
Okay.
Okay, now remember Crystal and a Sedana.
Yeah.
And I forgot. India.
And Jarrett.
And Jarrett.
Yeah.
And my daughter Grace.
Hello.
And Eric, if you had met her, she was very, very young.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because I was like, I don't think we met. But we might have when you were really
You might have, she was very, very young. So, I guess, I don't know where you want us to start, if you want us to kind of tell you a couple of things that have happened here in this house. We've only lived here a little over a year. We moved in here October 6th of last year. And, I don't know. I didn't really notice anything at first, but as we settled in, we'll notice weird stuff like light flickerings.
Is that felt uneasy in the previous residence?
Yeah. I'm getting it from her too.
No. Oh, that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's
previous.
like that. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. I don't want to
Tomwa was the one you're thinking of.
That's what I'm thinking of. I always get the towns mixed up.
Yeah.
Sorry. But you don't, yeah, okay. Okay.
And then in the house that I lived in previously, back in Waterloo, there was people heard voices there.
Eric's saying you did paranormal with him.
We had been on a couple investigations. It was kind of odd how we met. I was working at Bondurant School, and there was a thing up about the Farrar School, an investigation, and a friend of mine and her husband from Waterloo came into town, and we did it. And then we met Jackie Carpenter, and
I bet Jackie kind of drew to you like fly to honey, didn't she?
I loved her, and I loved her daughters as well, and it was awesome. So we met them, and then through them we met Eric. And
I cannot wait to get to the spiritual side, because I definitely have a lot. It's going to be like word vomit coming out of my mouth, and I cannot wait to start saying things.
I am also real intrigued for the spiritual part too.
one of the adult sons didn't like the attic over the garage, remember? He's like, I'm not going up there, remember? I don't know if that's anything weird, unless it's just like, I don't know.
Sick of going up there and putting shit up there.
And if there's any rodents up there, like I wouldn't go up there either.
Sleep up there actually, well, except for all our garage sale stuff we put up there.
Okay. Okay, at this point, so.
And you do have the abstract report for this?
Did you have? You said do we have it?
We have.
We paid for it.
Yeah, we have it somewhere.
Okay. That's always piques our curiosity. If you have it and we're able to look through it a little bit, because we can pull up some names and things might grab us that we can use as trigger.
I bet I could find it.
Things that'll come up throughout the night. The abstract will validate it.
It was a farm.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, originally it was a farm in 1853.
Did anyone die on the farm?
A lot of deaths won't be in this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Here's 1855.
Oh, property?
It started out to a steward and then went to a behan.
A mortgage of $600 back in 1865.
Another section here. Lafredo's. Oh my God, this is a Lafredo house.
There we go. It's
a what?
Do you know Lafredo's? They're the people that, yeah.
Fresh fruit,
In 1912, H.C. Leroy and Minnie Leroy sold it to a John Lafredo.
Huh.
I knew John Lafredo. Oh my God, when I was a kid.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Year of the Titanic too, right here.
Fanny. John and Fanny. Oh my God.
The year my great grandfather was born too.
Oh yeah. I like seeing Crystal get excited.
Yeah, I knew John and Fanny real well. I mean, when I was a kid, I knew them. They were old then.
I was gonna say they wouldn't have.
Oh my God, they were really old. But I knew them. They were so nice to me. John was.
The plot thickens.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. History.
History is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
And this is part of our scientific session, just so you know, because this is fact stuff.
Validating.
Official records, so.
The other night, and the reason, Eric, why I did reach out to you, it was so bizarre the other night. Grace and I, Richard's been working like 2 to 10:30, so Grace and I are home alone through the week, like Monday through Friday.
Yep.
So the other night, Grace and I were in the kitchen over there, and we were making something for dinner. I might have told Crystal on the phone, and we were just standing there, and that light just like started flickering, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And then I'm like,
And then the microwave turned off.
and then the microwave just turned off, as if like, you know, we have electrical surge, and how that. I'm like, okay, that's weird too, but it didn't seem as weird because it was like both on the same like circuit or area. So if there was something, it was like all in the same area. They were sitting there, and because we're so close to the airport, next thing I knew, I heard the airplane, and then I was like, Christ, shh, what is that? And then all of a sudden his stereo from down the basement is going, "Bleh," and it's on. So that's very odd. And Grace is kind of feeling uneasy. As a matter of fact, she asked me to have somebody come and have the house blessed.
Yep.
So I want her to feel comfortable in her home.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what she does right now. So.
Well, I don't feel comfortable laying in this house alone. Actually, no.
I don't bless.
Okay.
I like the house. I love the house.
I just have this kind of uneasy feeling.
Eric.
It's running.
Yeah.
It's running.
Do you want me to pause this? Or keep rolling?
I would say keep rolling in that way if it's audio bite that we need.
I might as well just say it because it's going to come out later. The voice message here. I'll hand this to you temporarily. The voice. I messaged him or voice messaged him yesterday and told him what I was feeling. It had to do with a 17-year-old girl committing suicide. And oh God, I just got you.
I know.
Head to toe. Because whoever the 17-year-old girl is committed suicide is definitely connected to her. Yeah.
And I'm getting that same Atoma vibe of that awakening of a trauma. I know it's sensitive.
They were just talking about memories and how many things she can't remember. That was just being spoken about in the other room.
Yeah, remember I said there was two things here? I was being drawn two ways?
Yes.
The garage in here.
Yes.
The child.
I can't remember
Attachment.
a lot of things from my childhood either. So, look at me.
Prediction.
I think there's a light up there.
This is above the garage.
Other than the whole attic part, which I didn't have to predict, and thank God.
And the setup went real well. I did not do the attic either.
And we have a camera up there.
It is. It just goes straight back. It does not go that way, from what I can tell, because it goes with the pitch of the roof, basically. And I can't tell how far back it goes, and it is crammed with a lot of stuff.
Thanks, Sedona, for doing that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I didn't have to for a change.
Okay, and so now we've got a mother-son team.
That's the first ever on our team.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yep.
Did one convince the other, or was there always that mutual?
I joined the team, like you said, in spring 2016. She retired this March, and so she's got the free time now. Coming in completely cold on a case that is not on schedule, and then walking in and getting hit with everything that you're getting hit with. It's a neat experience. So setup went really good. Everybody's doing great. Mom and Sedona are catching on to it. Awesome.
Just for a minute. Mirror itself isn't.
I believe so.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because it's like
I'm looking at
it's like
well, it's like looking at a desert highway.
Yeah.
Very good.
In a mirages.
well, you can see that from over here too. Like even if you move like from back and forth, you can see it like
waviness to it because of the original how the mirrors were made.
They were silver backed. Usually not.
no, like you can see it like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I know, but I get the mirage kind of blue look.
Reminds me of one of the one-way glass things. Like I'm looking at it.
Somebody's on the other
Something's
side.
on the other side.
Yeah. Eric, on a side note, why is that light?
I know.
Your
Have
hair
our
looks,
areas.
Your hair looks extra shiny in this
Oh,
light.
I know. Well, it's not just that. I'm using a new conditioner.
Oh, okay.
Got that right? You tested
Oh, yeah.
because I had no pictures.
Eric blinded himself.
Man, I was not thinking you blinded me.
He's gonna share with everyone.
Yeah. There we go.
He's sharing
Sharing is caring.
You're so funny, Eric. Oh my God.
There's stuff that I definitely want to talk about, just like everyone else, about things that we're picking up and feeling, and we're just all itching to get the scientific part over with, get our data collected.
Well, thank you for showing us around.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate all of you coming to visit our home and see if there's anything going on here or if it
Yeah.
we debunked.
Initial feelings and vibes were already detected by, I think, all of us. I know that when we disappear for a little bit, we're kind of like, you know, I'm doing our thing. We'll reveal all that later.
Okay.
We're just trying to do science session first once we get set up, and then we'll go into the spiritual stuff and things that we pick up. We'll try to get the validation for you. And the decor, I mean, yeah, it's
Fantastic.
This in my living room would look good. This chandelier.
He shot
That
me
was
items.
there. This was the only light fixture in the whole house I kept.
Oh yeah.
Every other one had to get replaced. I'm like, no.
Ah.
But I had to keep that one.
He'll come down and put those lights in your kitchen for you.
That black one?
Yeah. Yeah, because I have a nasty fan from like 1970, and my kitchen is like wonderful and big.
There's like
but
4
there's,
light switches, but nothing was turning on the light.
I brought food and we couldn't even see it to eat it.
I have the lights around.
Just joking.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
First session went really well. I kind of had a slow start there. Starting down here in the basement. Just kind of announcing ourselves and setting an intro because we kind of just got down here all of a sudden. So, we're deciding to start our scientific session that doesn't involve going through the abstract portion of it, which that was useful. That was very good to go through that.
A lot of interesting feelings going on, which I know I can't do because it's more spiritual side than scientific.
It almost looks like there's somebody standing in the mirror.
Thank you.
To me, and that's why Jarrett probably saw me, because Jarrett turned that way when I looked initially, and it appeared like there was another door that showed up there, and the mirror was just, it was gone. It was like another, it was like a black room, but a doorway there.
And I saw that earlier. What did it say?
Well, that, and when we go back and look at these pictures,
Yeah,
there's a
the
weird
mirror-
round ring.
The mirror is
multiple
deep.
rings around the mirror.
I just saw a light.
Now that we're
that's
talking about
reflection.
the mirror, things are possibly happening. I'm getting a few chills.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely was picking up on something. I really want to see what we get from video on some of that.
And we were picking up on a smell, a cat smell, and it was kind of it's kind of unique when you pick up on animals, which I always tend to pick up on animals, either a dog or a cat or something anyway. And I was also reading something else down there, but I'm not quite sure yet. I just need to kind of confirm it myself.
Did someone here, I'm just wondering here, just gonna ask in scientific form, someone here enjoy cats? Is there I don't want to say cat lady, I don't want to typecast, but somebody have cats? Or an abundance of cats? Because I'm just smelling something that reminds me of cat litter. Just all of a sudden, it's like cat poop and...
I had gotten that on the other side of that wall when we were towards the laundry room. And smelled cats. And then you're right, I realized there's not any cats
Yeah,
here.
they don't have, yeah, they have a dog, but yeah.
Yeah.
That mirror, like, when I think of that mirror and when I look at it, I expect to see, like, Eric move here and then, like, his mirror image do something different.
Why do you think I keep, like, honing in on that mirror?
So we went ahead and took it off and just went straight through the speaker of the SB11. Started getting a little interaction.
Very first thing that we heard that was very pronounced was my name through that, which is kind of a common thing. Well, Eric, I'll get that on SB7. Hello.
There you are.
It is. Hello. Are there cats here? Is there a lot of cats?
Cats. They just say cats. I swear it did.
Yeah.
Are you a child?
Were you a resident of this house?
If you are originally from this property, what year are you from?
I heard that.
Do you like opera? Because that's what that sounded like.
And then it kind of there'd be some chatter and stuff going on there, but it wasn't very back and forth, intelligent, definitive.
We had a lot of different words come across on a spirit box and an ovulus. So far, though, a little bit of validation has come across. We're more so waiting for the spiritual to get all the validation from everything that we've all been feeling and sensing.
We decided to go ahead and move on to the other room, but before we did, we were kind of drawn to the bar area there, and we want to go on the back side of that because something seemed to be kind of pulling us that direction.
You got it, Jay?
I'm just getting chills when I'm looking down.
I did. It's getting cold. Is there anybody in here?
There is something that I cannot put my finger on, and I'm looking forward to figuring out what that is.
Then we went to the second location downstairs in the storage type area.
And then we went back into the other area, like where the washer and dryer and clothes are hanging in.
So who did we feel back here earlier?
Are you here with us? Following us in this area?
You were just lighting this up. I'm trying to figure out.
I got chills.
Yep.
And we got some strange readings on some of the stuff. And so that's where I'm really curious, now that we're getting the chance to invite Grace down to participate with us through our next section, what we're going to get out of that.
K2 was going off. We were picking up and reading, and then when we walked away from where it was, the K2 didn't work at all. So it was a real neat experience.
I heard her again.
Mercy, I thought it was like a Chucky doll for a second. Chucky doll. There's a right in that bag. Ugh.
A little warm feeling. What was that?
Yeah, I got that too.
It was just on the shoulder blade. It was like someone took something kind of hot, went like this briefly.
I know it's an app on a phone, but it seems to be the most easiest for them to use since there are no words and it's literally hearing their words through what comes through.
There's a little moment there where we dipped into kind of the morbid side of things. I noticed Jarrett was fidgeting with something, and I asked him what he was doing, and he's trying to get the executioner's box to work. Jarrett, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get the executioner's door.
Oh, that one.
That's it.
Lovely. Lovely, I know. We're all just like, oh.
Oh, fine.
The murmur box would be nice.
The murmur, yeah, the whispers.
Punchy box application.
Punchy.
The Executioner's Box is another ITC app that can be used where it uses actual recordings of serial killers' interviews, compilation of them that it plays, and yeah, the response was anonymous with the team, basically not really here, not now.
This one I find that you guys are able to use it a little bit easier.
Easy.
Yep.
It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I haven't moved it.
Is that you? Are you setting that off?
It's still going off.
Can you back away from that, if that's you? Please clear this certain area for a moment and see if we can get it back to nothing, if we can confirm it's you.
Going again?
Yep.
Doing it again?
Yep.
Yep.
Every time I'm getting...
Now stopped.
Okay. I'm doing what I'm doing again.
Is it my body?
Are you here? We can talk to you. Oh, I just had somebody touch my shoulder, my arm, right here. Hello?
K2's confirming. K2 is confirming.
Yep.
I'm getting chills too. Every
Well, it
time I
touched
go
my
back
arm.
here, that's
Well, that
what
might
triggers
be from
this.
the water.
Well, I tested the water heater earlier.
I seriously,
remember?
seriously, something
No,
just
it's
touched
still
my
here.
arm.
It's moving around.
Yeah.
I turn
Back in
around
that
this
corner?
way, back in this corner,
It's
and then when I go back there, you go off,
yeah.
and then I turn my direction back away this way, and then you go away, and then I go back here, and then you go off again. Is there something back here you're trying to show us?
Well, it touched me on the arm. I was standing right here, and it touched me.
Kind of like a portal through a mirror. That mirrors would have something to...
There's a lot of them in this house. There's a lot of old mirrors in this house.
Helping Grace understand some of the stuff that she's going through and how things affect her. So gave her some instructions, and we'll go over it again as we get down to this session. We're going to invite her down.
Right now, though, we're going to be taking Grace for another part of the scientific session. I think it'll actually help us along with her.
We were sleeping and I heard a big bang. And it was about 2:45 and my mirror fell off the half bath, off our bedroom. It broke. It was weird because I told her, oh my God, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and something happened. She goes like, that's the witching hour, Paula. Oh, God.
It is.
I think something fell off my nightstand, if I remember right. I can't remember, but it was something in my bedroom.
We wanted to see if there's any reaction stuff without bringing in the ITC equipment and having that in there. It just like the first time we did it, it was kind of, there was a lull, wasn't a whole lot happening. What was that? Was that a kid?
Meow.
Was
Sound
that a
like
kid?
meow.
Was that?
I could have sworn it said meow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The cat's over here at my feet. He's rubbing across my feet right now.
Don't sound like that said. Lucas, if you're here, are you able to sit down next to your mom?
It's okay, buddy. I won't hurt you. Come on over and sit down.
What was that?
What you doing?
What you doing?
I just felt motion right here.
Okay. Are you trying to figure that out? There's that music again.
That piano light?
That was a piano. Someone singing earlier, is that you?
Haha, thanks.
Are you male or female?
I think it's almost time to try on the other side. I'm almost thinking that we've kind of reached that point for the scientific where it's like, okay, so now we can switch kind of just in the same session, kind of start switching into throwing in what we've picked up on as well. Few flashes of just rural country. One outbuilding almost looked like a barn of some kind, or an out shed or something. But a lot of the visions and stuff that you've been giving me right now have been way, like, 100 years ago.
Yeah. What'd you say?
What does it say here? For audio, listen back.
TB. Somebody's got TB. Tuberculosis.
That would make sense. The burning of the back, upper.
Okay, I gotta get something to drink. Someone has... I gotta leave.
Are you disappointed that it's not farm anymore? This is now part of the city?
Do you catch glimpses sometimes of a young man? He would be older at this point. Or if you've seen him at lots of different stages throughout, like your travels and stuff.
I felt like, I was like, oh, I wonder if I'd look like Luke at that age.
Right.
I wonder if I'd look like Luke I saw one the other day. A little cute little blonde boy.
I think it also said Alfredo.
I wonder why we're right here.
We were drawn to this and had some stuff triggering earlier, and so
What kind of triggering?
Well, the K2 was going off like
Okay.
crazy. I could
being
get it around in
touched.
spots. We could show you. I mean, he would.
Okay,
he
so
was showing us where he was standing.
Luke?
I
Well,
don't
we
know.
don't know yet. I
Don't
don't
know.
feel that one was.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah.
The only place that I felt a little more childish and happiness and joy, that was upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was
This
that was
this
him
one's
coming in
different
his-
down
his
here.
Other form.
Okay.
And we were being touched. I mean, I was standing over there.
And this is where that hot touch to the shoulder blade happened to me. I think it happened to her.
And me.
And yep.
Yeah.
And I seriously thought that was you, Mom, when I felt that cat.
There you are. So when we talk about the room upstairs, you keep saying it's ours. So is that?
It's going right here. Wherever it's right here to my right. It's going right through there.
I could have sworn I said I love you, sister.
Okay, so yes, you did. Are you wanting to tell Grace something?
It's going right through there.
I could have sworn I said I love you, sister.
Me too.
Introduce yourself, Grace.
This is Grace.
So we can show these ladies what we experienced.
So, Luke, are you here? Luke.
Take it over towards Mom.
Luke, is that you? Did you see that lantern we put up? And the balloons? What about the flying wish paper?
I like some of it.
Some of it? Did you like the part where I said I love and miss you every day?
Yeah, repeat.
Doesn't make sense. What is small soldier?
She's the small soldier.
She's the small soldier?
She always says that. I'm your little soldier.
I was just gonna say I wanted more validation so we could tell who we were talking with. I was gonna say, say something that Paula would only know,
Right.
or that Grace might only know. To confirm if you are Luke.
You didn't know him, but now you get a chance to.
What did you tell me the other day? I wish my brother was here so I could hang out with them.
Yes, I did say that.
Communicating with them about a 5-year-old boy, Paula's son, which she had lost.
Look at that. That thing's solid.
Enough with the self-help books.
Mom!
I think it had something to do with your constant worry. about him, and he's trying to come through to advise. It's like, Mom, I'm fine. K2, I think, went off.
You're good. I saw it. Yes.
Yeah.
He's confirming. Oh yeah, he's.
Really?
Wow.
Did you get that?
There were some neat confirmations that came across on the murmur box. Again, I love that murmur. I can't say enough about it.
We did get to meet Luke, and Paula got to talk to him, and so did Grace, which was excellent.
I talked to him about that.
Did you get that?
I got it.
Yeah. He wants to hang out with you.
Grace, you said the other day, I wish Luke was here. I wish I could hang out with him more often. Maybe you should just ask for him.
He's been here. He's waiting to hang out with you. He's my sister.
And there it is again.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a good question.
I'm gonna flash.
I finally got this off screen.
Oh, look at him. Nice.
Luke, have you been with Grace all this time? Because one time she told me she saw you.
They've raised their family here. They put a lot of TLC and love into it. You can feel that when you come into the house. And what you guys have added on top of that is just amazing.
We wondered though, we thought, oh my gosh, that old man's mad. Like, he built this house and I came in here and went, nope, change.
And sometimes that
There's a little bit of that, yeah.
Sometimes there is a little bit of change. Some people don't like change, and sometimes if they're attached here, they will throw a little fit.
And there seemed to be a mirror trend going on that kind of detected early in the night.
And so Donna and I, she called me over. She says, "Do you see something in this mirror?" And I looked into the mirror and I could see like forever. It was like open. Now look at the difference in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it. I can see it when he started to do it. The image cleared. It's not that waviness.
Image cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
It's now clear through.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And luckily Jay closed it. Once he closed it, the atmosphere in the basement changed.
Overall, I think it was good to come here. It was a good investigation overall. We have our evidence to go through, and there could be quite a bit to be found yet with that. What did you feel then when Lucas had come, or we're starting to get that intelligent interaction? I guess your initial thoughts and stuff. Did it feel...
I was wondering, I was really wondering why we were there, and I know you guys were talking a lot about the mirror, but there was something that happened that I didn't disclose, was that recently, in one of those tubs that we were right there by, was his clothes that he died in. And I hadn't opened them since.
Was it those tubs that I had the box on?
It was right there. It was one of them. I'm not sure, because I said, why are we right here? Do you remember me saying that? Why are we right here? So
I tend to do stuff like that.
It was one of those tubs in there. I'm not exactly sure which one it was, but we had discovered it at the beginning of August, and it was the first time I'd seen it. I'd never seen it, so that was I was really focused on that, and I was like, is that why? Are you back here because that was really painful for me? Are you back here because maybe we're struggling with Luke? Did I not ever let him go? I mean, there was a lot of emotions and feelings that I was thinking at that time.
And the big thing to remember is when they come back, it's not because they're not okay. They're fine.
I just want to let you know that.
That's all he was doing.
I know he's fine.
He was doing
I'm just not fine not being there.
And
Like,
that's why they come back, is because they know that you need help from time to time. It's not that they're unrested, they're at rest. They just come back to help.
They're
That's
giving
what they
you
do.
the acknowledgement that you can let go.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay that you're not there with him right now, because eventually you will be. You know, at some point in time, you will be with him.
Seeing you again.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Say, can I? Yeah, let's do hugs.
So how have things been since we last been here?
Quiet.
Yeah? Good.
I feel like it's been quiet. Have you noticed anything?
I've seen Malia bark at a couple things.
Grace and I haven't had any experiences. I haven't noticed anything.
See me, you can hear me. It's like, yes, we can.
You gonna be able to sleep tonight, Mom?
Yeah, cool. I'm just amazed
been
that there's
fine.
that much activity. I think that I'm very impressed with what your team did. I'm very happy about the results.
Just wanted to
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Does that mean I'm holding on too much?
He doesn't sound like there's no evidence of that night that he wants to go. There's no tension or pressure or anything like that.
And he wasn't asking for help. He wasn't asking to cross. He wasn't.
Right.
He's here because he chooses to.
Right.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate your team doing all the work that they did. And I know Grace, for one, feels like a lot better about being here because I know she doesn't seem to be as scared. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
So can I keep that in my room because I have a computer?
This?
Let Mom hold on.
I'm gonna hold on to that. Maybe we can make a copy for you. But you're not getting the.
I can see that now.
I'm so sorry.
No, I wouldn't do that.
School and over. Well, it was nice seeing you after it was like 9 years or something.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on in. Jared,
Hey,
been
hey.
a while. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's been a while since the car broke down and everything.
A development had occurred. It was kind of brewing over the last couple of months or so, and we all know that we have our paths to go on, and nothing lasts forever.
A lot of my private practices, things like that. The West Coast has been calling for a lot of help out there. They don't have anybody up there. In the last couple of months, I've also met someone, which after Joy, we never thought that was going to happen. You know how we are with gut feelings, the intuitions, things like that? This one's starting to feel like it may end up being a permanent move.
Exit interviews are never a fun part of this job, but they come with the territory, and it's always especially difficult to do them when they have so much devotion and so much involvement within the team.
A couple of private locations and several teams that are all needing help. So yeah, that call-in is kind of pushing towards that direction.
I know a few of us are a little nervous, on edge about this, this whole thing. Long ways out there if something happens.
Yeah.
So, it's unsettling to some of us on the team, just flat out. But it's unsettling. And I told him flat out that I'm trying to separate my personal involvement with this. I'm trying to figure out what is giving me that feeling, that sensation, something about this. I'll go as far as even say something about it seems a little off.
I wish you luck.
Oh yeah.
I hope it all works out for you.
Yeah. I know you want nothing but the best for me,
Yeah.
and you want to see me happy.
Yeah.
That's the big one. I've put so many other people ahead of myself for so many years.
Well, my thoughts are I wish him the best. I know he needs to be happy.
And too many times we don't follow our dreams, we don't follow our passions, we don't follow that spirit-led path because we're so afraid to fail.
Or hurt somebody else.
Or hurt someone else, yeah. That's the way I would like it, because this is my piano.
Anyway, that was touching. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's the way I look at it. Endeavors is my family. That's just the way it is. And, you guys, literally, where would I have been if I'd kept being on that couch and not went to that theater that night?
Right.
I probably would not be in the condition I'm in right now.
You know, thoughts be with him, and I really, really hope that he balances out and he doesn't get consumed in all the dark stuff. You know, he's done a lot within that dark stuff, and it takes a toll on him, and I've seen it in the short amount of time I've known him.
Some of that heavier stuff that's out there that you don't want to touch, I can try and do what I can from where I'm at. You've got some great people on the team right now, some great newbies that have all pulled in. Come here, Mama. You're going to get more lines when I take off anyway. This one's for the camera. Love you too.
I really feel sad that he's going.
It's okay. These guys all up here have 2 years of my energy on them. So a piece of me will always be in this team. Okay?
It's hard getting through this one, especially because his mom is on the team.
So I was gonna do
It's
We're human. And being psychic empaths, our emotions are more anyway. You taught me that at an early age.
That's true.
So we tend to feel it all a little more.
I know. I just wish you the best, though.
I know.
I worry about you.
I know. You also know I'm a survivor. You also know I've lived through some stuff that people would never do. So,
I just don't want to lose what we have here. I mean, it's just such a...
I know.
You have such a good...
I know. But you still have it. That's the thing.
I know. We'll miss you.
Yeah.
I just love you.
I love you too. You know? Love you too.
To manage your final walk.